Good morning and welcome to Fort Seller Elementary School. This is your principal, Mr. Lynn, and I hope that you had a wonderful Monday yesterday. Today is Tuesday, April 12th, 2022, and it is a day one. Now, before we kick off this wonderful day, I want to invite you, as I always do, to participate in the Mindful Minute. Let's arrive. Let's get back to the present moment. Let's not let tomorrow and spring break get ahead of us. We don't want to get too far ahead of ourselves. We want to just allow ourselves to notice that there's some great blessings right here at this moment. So let's use our eyes for a moment and just scan around us. Just notice what you have in your environment, something that you're thankful for, something that catches your eyes, and then study it, look at it. Notice the color, notice the shapes, notice the shadows, notice where it is. In my case, I happen to be looking at something that is not whole. In fact, it's broken, So you don't always have to look at the most beautiful things. You can look at the things that perhaps are not things that you would normally find beauty in. And yet, as I look at this item, it is becoming more and more interesting, the different parts of it. Now, with your nose, breathe in and out. What do you notice with your sense of smell? And once again, what does it remind you of? With your ears, just pause. Listen. What do you hear? What do you notice with your sense of hearing? What sounds are you picking up, right? Yeah. What sounds are you picking up? Sounds that you are noticing now that you're paying attention, but you didn't notice before because our minds are so caught up in everything else. And finally, with your skin, what do you notice with your sense of touch, whether it's the clothing, temperature, humidity, all that good stuff? All right, now let's move to our breathing technique. Now I'm going to continue to use Brody's amazing elephant breathing technique, but you could use whatever breathing technique works best for you. But first, notice your body, notice a chair, notice gravity pulling you down, creating weight, holding you up. And let's go ahead and begin. I like to close my eyes. You don't have to. Breathe in. Fill your belly full of air. And then slowly let it out. Let your shoulders relax. Allow yourself to settle into where you are. Breathe in again. Think about your brain. And as you let it out, allow your brain to focus on what's going on around you at this moment. If it's anywhere else, just tug it back to the here and the now. Breathe in again. Nice and slowly. And then let it out. Let your shoulders relax. Notice the warmth of the air coming out through your mouth. Breathe in again. And breathe out. Now, as you breathe in again, begin to scan through your body, starting with all 10 toes. Go ahead and wiggle them. Expanding out to your feet and your legs. And then put a spotlight on a part of your body that you haven't really noticed much recently. Breathe in and just notice it. Maybe you notice it because of an ache or a pain or soreness. Breathe out, and as you think about it, maybe there's a part of your body that feels great and refreshed. Breathe in again. Then also put a spotlight on your feelings. Those are just as real. Breathe out. Some feelings are pleasant. Others are unpleasant. As you breathe in, just simply notice the sensations those feelings give you. Don't get caught up in why you think that particular way, or why you feel good or bad. Just simply notice as you let out. Allow those feelings into your body, into your heart. Breathe in. And simply notice and listen to what messages those feelings are trying to tell you. Now, in a moment, you'll hear a bell or a chime. Listen to it as it gets quieter and quieter. And when you can't hear it anymore, you may then open your eyes and awaken to the world that is around you. Welcome to a new day right here at the fort where you are loved, where you are cared for, and where we want you to succeed. Now, whether you have a great day or not is ultimately your choice. So choose wisely, work at it, and enjoy the rewards. At this moment, please stand and face the flag for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. You can go ahead and take a seat. I want to thank you for joining me in the Mindful Minutes. Always great to see you guys. Some of you guys were coming up to me and said, oh, it was really cool. I get to see you on the screen every day. Yeah, you're right. But I hope that you're also beginning to notice the present moment every day. That matters more to me and you than just seeing me on the screen. All right, don't forget, we have 3 expectations here at the school. Number 1, show that you're respectful to yourself as well as to others. Give it to your teachers. With both ears, both eyes, listening and watching and observing. When it's your turn to use your mouth to talk or to gesture or to share your experiences, your ideas, and your opinions, you deserve that same respect. Other people should use their ears. Other people should use their eyes and observe you. Give you that respect. And I always try to remind you this in peace we call integrity. Right? That's doing the right thing even when nobody else is noticing. So at the end of the day, when you think about those moments in the day when other people are not noticing you, they're not watching you, they're not observing you to the point that they're monitoring you, are you doing the right thing when you had the chance to do the wrong thing and probably could get away with it? Let's also talk about responsibility, our hands and our feet, right? The words that come out of our mouth, the way we think. All of that we have control over. That takes us back to that character trait of self-control, right? Control ourselves so that we show the best of ourselves, the best version of ourselves. That's what I try to do every day. Mr. Lin tries to show the best version of himself. There is a side of Mr. Lin that gets angry way too easily. There's a side of Mr. Lin that gives up way too easily. But that's not the Mr. Lin I want to show you, boys and girls, and our teachers. I want to show the Mr. Lin who's not perfect, but is trying to do the right things, trying to be helpful, not hurtful, and all that good stuff, okay? And I hope that you guys are doing the same thing. And last but not least, show that you are ready to learn, ready to tackle the world, ready to tackle the challenges, and then, ready to fail. Failure is part of learning. It's just part of the process. And don't get so caught up on that failure. Just dust yourself off. Keep going. Our character trait of the month is perseverance. Dory in Finding Nemo says, keep on swimming. You know what that means now, right? If you trip and fall, get up. Keep walking. If you try to do a math problem and you don't get the answer right, don't give up. Try again. Try to figure out where the mistakes are. Be interested, okay? Last but not least, and this is actually quite easy for all of you guys to know, I love you just the way you are. Now, I want you to go find somebody that you talk to every day. Tell them that you like them just the way they are. Find a teacher or a grown-up and tell them the same message. And last but not least, I want to challenge you to do this. Find someone you haven't talked about recently or talked to recently. And tell them too, just out of the blue, like you, just the way you are. And if you really want that extra point, go ahead and tell them, come up with a reason why you're thankful for them and share that bit with them. Because I'm going to tell you, all of you guys here at Fort Seller, I thank you guys for being amazing kids, for showing kindness, when showing that integrity, doing the right things, even when nobody else is looking. I know many of you guys are doing that, and I thank you for that. That's why I love you guys just the way you are. All right, can't wait to see you guys around. Have an amazing Tuesday.